Hello, I am at home sick with a sick baby Arthur, so this is your 4.4 notes video. Here is your 4.4 quick write. It is a two-part question. It is this graph a function? And what is f of 2? So, if whoever's playing this video could pause it for a moment. Okay. If you haven't paused the video and given people a chance to think about it, do that, but let's chat about this for a second. This graph is not a function because if I were to draw a vertical line through it, a vertical line would cross more than once. So it is not a function. And then the next question is, what is f of 2? And that's what we're going to learn how to do today, is evaluate functions from a graph. So if I were to go on my x-axis to 2 on my graph, let me find my little laser pointer right here. So I go to 2, I could go up, and that's my graph. I could go down, and that's my graph. So this is an issue, because if I say f of 2 could equal 1, but f of 2 could also equal -1. So that's why that's not a function, is because when I say f of 2, I don't know which two answers I'm going to get at. So you guys will notice on your notes in your assignment today, every graph you look at will be a function. All right, so pause this video if you need to for everyone to get note sheets, and you can start it once everyone has that. Throw your name on here and whatever hour you are watching this. 4.4 notes, evaluating functions from a graph. In function notation, f is a function of x. We learned that in 4.3. To evaluate a function from a graph, we're going to find the x value and then look for the corresponding y value. So you always want to go on the x-axis, then to the y-axis. We're also going to look at our graphs to see if they have a local maximum or minimum. A maximum would be a high y value, and a minimum would have a low y value. So we'll see that when we look at them. We are introducing you to the types of functions that we'll use when we do transformations in 4.6 and 4.7. So that's why we've got some names of our functions here. So this is a linear function, meaning it is a straight line. We are going to go find f of -5. So that means on our graph, let me get my laser pointer again, we're going to go left to -5 and then find our corresponding y value, which would be right here. So I'll put a dot there. So f of -5 is 2. Next one, we've got f of -2. So we start at 0, we go left, go down to our graph. F of -2 is -1. And then the last one, f of 3. So we start at 0, we go right to 3 on our x-axis and then find our corresponding y value, which would be down here. So f of 3 is -6. Okay, this graph, the very top thing is an arrow, and the very bottom thing is an arrow. So that means there's no specific local minimum or maximum, so we will circle none. We can cross that out because we don't have a value. Okay, 2 more. This next guy is an absolute value function. So absolute value is the distance from 0, and our absolute value functions are always going to be V-shaped. Same thing to evaluate. We've got f of -2. So we are going to go on our x-axis to -2 and then go up to our graph. Our y value is 6. F of 1. We start at 0, 0. We go right 1, up on our graph to 3, and our y value is 3. So f of 1 equals 3. I didn't write it on there. F of 1. There we go. There's my dot. And then the last one, f of 6. Start at 0, 0, go right to 6 and up to our graph. Right here, my f of 6 value is 4. Okay, this graph, since it's a V opening up, it has a low point. So this low point right here is our minimum, and that minimum is at y equals 1. So it's a horizontal line. Our lowest value is y equals 1. Okay, we've got one more example, and that is a quadratic function. So a quadratic function is a function with an x squared in it. We'll see more of that when we get to 4.6 and 4.7, but we're just teaching you the names of them right now. First question is f of 0. That means I don't go left or right at all. I just go straight up or down. So straight up or down, my f of 0 value is 2. Next one, f of 2. I am going to go start at 0, 0, go right 2, and then find my corresponding spot on my graph, which is going to be up here at the top. So that is 6. And then the last one is f of 3. So f of 3, I go right 3. And I go up to my graph. It's right there at 5. Get all the way up there. So f of 3 equals 5. This graph, it's like the top of a hill. It has a high point. So that's going to be a maximum. And our maximum is going to be y equals 6. Okay, so short and sweet notes. You guys have your 4.4 assignment to get done, fixed, checked, all that jazz. And then there is a Blooket on Classroom. You can pick whichever Blooket game you want, and you just have to get a certain number correct in order to get credit for it. Make sure you put in your real name so I know and can give you credit for it. And then the last thing is if you need a Chromebook charger, I forgot to put this in my sub notes. They are in the drawer by, if I were sitting at my chair at my desk like normal, they would be right next to my right knee. There's 4 little tiny drawers. They're in the bottom left of those. That is all.